Well, good morning. Welcome to day 2 of our 8 days of impact giving. You're finding me on the way to Middlesex Hospital this morning. Got a couple errands to run, including blood drive. Rumor has it I'm O positive. I don't know if that's personal information or not, but anyways, they seem to like my blood, so I give them a pint every now and again. So what are we doing at Middlesex Hospital? Well, we're going to take a visit today with Vincent Capice, which I'll talk about in a second. In the short run, though, a couple stories about Middlesex Hospital. A few months ago, when this pandemic first started, we found the demand for our take-home lunches at the soup kitchen quadrupled in about 3-4 weeks. We went from serving 125 or so meals out to people for take-home, up to well over 300, and we ran out of bread. And the local bakeries were all having trouble keeping staff on and keeping up with the demand by their regular customers, and nobody would take us on. So I actually called Middlesex Hospital and I asked them, I said, what am I going to do here? You know, we have demand for 300 sandwiches a day, and we're out of bread. And they said, well, they hooked me up with some resources to get bread for a long-term commercial baking resources. And they said, in the short run, how about if we give you 700 loaves of bread that you can use to make sandwiches for the community? Now, think that through for a second. Why don't we give you 700 loaves of bread so that you could continue to make sandwiches for the community? What an amazing community partner. A little bit later on, I got a call from somebody in the Middlesex Health Cancer Center asking if we could potentially deliver groceries to some of their clients that are at home because of either immune therapy or there was a reason they were uniquely susceptible to COVID-19 exposure. So they were basically shuttering in. And I said, of course we'll home deliver to them. That started back in April. And I will tell you that's continuing today, because the folks that are having cancer treatments at home are much more susceptible to catch disease. It could be potentially fatal. So we're partnering with them in that effort as well. So many different things, you know, blood drives, offering bread when we were running out, partnering to provide groceries to people that need to stay at home. And by the way, some of their employees are our board members as well. So they not only volunteer, but they're employees as well. Their employees volunteer at the food pantry and soup kitchen as well. It's a terrific partnership with Middlesex Health. So that is my segue. Do you like the word segue? That's my segue to today's subject. We are very fortunate to have the president and CEO of Middlesex Health talk to us a little bit about how collaboration between agencies in this community affects the overall health of individuals in the community. And with that, I'll turn it over to Vinny.
Hello, my name is Vin Capice, and I'm the President and CEO of Middlesex Health, and I'm here to welcome you to the 8 Days of Giving to support St. Vincent's de Paul, Middletown. First of all, I think that Middlesex County and Middletown in general is very blessed to have a wide variety of resources, community resources, in the form of not-for-profit organizations that are working to benefit individuals in need. Community Foundation, St. Vincent's de Paul, United Way, there's a whole range of organizations. And my experience has been that everyone is open to collaboration and that everybody's looking out for the best interests of the community. And here at the hospital, we have a number of programs where we're working in collaboration with organizations in the community to bring resources to those in need. And one of the things we found a number of years ago is that there have been a large number of people who have been utilizing our emergency room, as an example, unnecessarily because they have social needs that we in particular can't help them with, but the emergency room is typically kind of a place of last resort for many people who have all sorts of issues. And so one of our ED docs and one of the people in our behavioral health department came up with the idea of putting together what we call our community care team that looks at individuals who are utilizing the emergency room a large number of times during the course of a year, and bringing together a consortium of not-for-profit organizations, community partners that can look at the specific issues that each of these individuals that are identified has, to determine whether it's a medical need, in which case we can help them with that, or is it some sort of social need or behavioral health need. And there's a wide variety of needs that individuals have. And this program has turned out to be very successful, and it's helped to improve the lives of many people in the community. And that's just one small example of how this community, I think, is very collaborative and has a rich depth of resources that can be put to use to help people. That's been measured in a number of different ways. First of all, we're looking at the number of people who are, if you will, overutilizing the emergency room, and that number has come down. We've looked at the improvement in the lives of the people that we've been serving to see what's happened with them and how their lives have improved. And so we have documented many cases where people have stopped using the emergency room unnecessarily. Their lives have improved in terms of getting them housing, getting them whatever it is that they might have needed, and they have their quality of their life has improved significantly, and they've returned to being more productive citizens in the community, and everyone's better off for that. The Connecticut Hospital Association has come up with an organization called Unite Us that is created an electronic portal where hospitals can, as they interact with patients in the hospital, usually in the emergency room, can help screen people for whatever social needs they might have, and use this electronic portal to make referrals to community partners to help better connect and more easily connect individuals with organizations that might be able to help them if they have other social issues. So it's just another way of expanding upon that community care team concept. I guess I will say that I strongly believe that St. Vincent's is filling a critical need in the community and is very much deserving of any philanthropy that people are willing to give them. I personally have been a supporter for a number of years and will continue to be a supporter because I believe in the mission, and I think there's a great need out there. So, and I do think that people that have, I personally believe that people that have the means to help should help and have a responsibility. I think that it's important that we recognize that having a healthy community, having a strong community is in all of our personal interests. It's in all of our best interests. And I think we sometimes lose sight of that. This is Vin Capice again from Middlesex Health, and I want to thank you for participating today, and I hope you will be as generous as you possibly can in supporting St. Vincent de Paul Middletown. Thank you.